Hello, everyone. So today let's discuss let's go through the answers for the 5 mark section from part A. The subject being childhood and adolescence for the examination held in July 2008, which was a regular for first semester B.Ed. Let's start with the first question. So explain the concept of psychology along with two definitions. This is a very regular question. This has been repeated multiple times, especially on the July 2019 repeated question paper. This was repeated. So psychology is a scientific study of mind and behavior. So what is psychology? So psychologists study or try to understand the mind or mental process, brain function, how it works, and how it affects behavior. The term psychology is derived from two Greek words, psyche meaning soul or breath, and logos meaning knowledge or study. Hence, psychology was first defined as a science of soul. There are different types of psychology such as cognitive, forensic, social, and developmental psychology. Any person with a condition that affects their mental health may benefit from assessment and treatment with a psychologist. So when we say concept of psychology, what comes to our mind is the idea or the way the mind deals with situations, or when put to test, good, bad, or ugly, how it deals, how the person deals, how the mind deals. That is the basic scope and the area of what psychology does. How behavior is affected by various stimulus to the mind, whether it is the stimulus of joy, the stimulus of ecstasy, sadness, grief, altercations, stress, pain, or agony, competition, disease, personal loss, failure, heartbreak, etc. Psychology studies all the above and tries to systematically answer to why certain people behave in one way and why few in other for the same given problem or situations. What conditions, what thought process, what background, and what values, etc., leads to an outcome or possible outcomes is basically the study of psychology. So a couple of definitions have been asked. So we can define the first definition being in the words of William McDougall. So psychology is a science which aims to give a better understanding and control of the behavior of organisms as a whole. In the definition two, we can quote J.W. Watson, psychology is a science of behavior. We'll go to the next question. What is introspection method? Discuss. This question again was repeated in 2019 July for the repeaters paper for the first semester. Now the answer would be the word introspection is derived from two Latin words, intro meaning within and spection meaning looking, that is looking inward or within. It is a process of attempting to directly access one's own internal psychological process, judgments, perceptions, or states. Introspection method is one of the oldest methods of collecting data about conscious experience of the subject. It is a process of self-examination or self-observation where one perceives, analyzes, and reports one's own feeling. The purpose of introspection is to gain better understanding of self. It can lead to better understanding of why individuals feel a certain way and why they make certain decisions. It clearly shows that the individual is both the subject and the observer. This method is simple, direct, clear, and reveals one's behavior. Also, it is the easiest and most economical of the methods of educational psychology. But this method lacks reliability and can be used only for adult and normal human beings and not on children or abnormal people. This method requires the support of other methods which are more reliable. It is argued that this method is not precise, but with proper training can be effective. Introspection method has the characteristics as A, the subject gets direct, immediate, and intuitive knowledge about the mind. B, the subject has to actually observe their own mental process and cannot speculate about them. Let's go to the next question. Explain the role of play in enhancing development. This is again repeated in 2019 July. So play as in games. So how one can learn from a play or games is when children learn, how children learn from play or game is the question, and how do they learn? So as the famous idiom, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, is synonymous with the importance or significance of play or games or playing in child's development. Play can be an important means and way of learning for children. It does not teach just or specific subject, but teaches different ways of life and learning. Play can teach or develop children's coordination, subordination, communication, teamwork, innovation, creativity, imagination, cognitive skills, and more. Play is important to a healthy brain development. It is through plays that children at a very early age engage and interact in the world around them. Play gives the essential and needed break from classroom teaching to children, which in turn is utilized smartly by the teacher to rejuvenate the children's attention and focus. The role of play can be in many avenues of child's development, such as in social development, physical development, development of intellect, development of values, personality development, development of competitive spirit, development of vocabulary, and improve communications, improves reflexes, balances and motor skills, builds imagination and curiosity. Play is an important part of childhood development. Through play, children learn about shapes, colors, causes, and effects, also learn about themselves. Besides cognitive thinking, play helps children learn social and psychometric skills. It is a way of communicating joy, fear, sorrow, and anxiety. Going to the next question. Right, the scope of education psychology. Again, it was reported in 2019 July. Educational psychology is the branch of psychology in which findings of psychology are applied in a field of education. So it's psychology in the field of education. It's the scientific study of human behavior in educational settings. Educational psychology can be described as the application of principles and laws of general psychology in solving various problems of education. It takes into account learning, experiences, behavior, and personality changes in different stages of growth and development of an individual. It applies the scientific conclusion of study to actual teaching learning situations in order to attain goal of education. So what is the scope of educational psychology? It can be covered in the following: human behavior. So uh, by studying education cycle, we can study human behavior in education situations. Growth and development, the study covers the growth and development of child's various stage of growth. Learning process is a major phenomena in education, hence it is covered by educational psychology. Heredity and environment, to what extent heredity and environment contribute toward the growth of an individual and how this knowledge can be used to development of child, is again form the scope of educational psychology. Personality. Education psychology deals with the nature and development of personality of an individual difference individual difference. Educational psychology studies the human nature with all its differences compared individually. Intelligence and its measurement. The nature of intelligence as well as its measurement can be studied in educational psychology. Guidance and counseling. Education is nothing but providing guidance to the growing child. Going to the next question. What is adolescence? Explain the need of adolescent. Repeated again in 2009 July. Adolescence is a period. It's actually basically the period of transition between childhood and adulthood. So this includes visible physical changes as well as invisible behavioral changes, or in other words, it includes some big changes to the body and in a way a young person relates to the world. Adolescence is the phase of life between childhood and adulthood. From an age of 10 to 19, it is a unique stage of human development and is an important time of laying the foundation of good health. Adolescents experience rapid physical, cognitive, and psychosocial growth. This affects how they feel, think, make decisions, and interact with the world around them. Despite being thought of as a healthy stage of life, there is a dearth, significant death and illness and injury in the adolescent years. Much of this is preventable and treatable. During this phase, adolescents establish patterns of behavior, for instance, related to diet, physical activity, substance use, sexual activity that can protect their health and the health of others around them, or put their health at risk now and in the future. The growth To grow and develop in good health, adolescents need information including age appropriate comprehensive sexual education, opportunities to develop life skills, health services that are acceptable, equitable, and appropriate and effective, and safe and supportive environment. They also need opportunities to meaningfully participate in the design and delivery of interventions to improve and maintain their health. Expanding such opportunities is the key to responding to adolescent specific needs and rights. So that's the 5 questions in this section. We'll soon be uploading the part 2 of this session, session for 2018 childhood and adolescence question paper. Thanks for watching. See you around.